We are here on this earth to help people, regardless of their race, their religion, their ethnicity. Providing an artificial limb to someone can change their entire life. It's giving somebody the opportunity to live their life more fully. Hey, my name is Simon Gabru. I'm in the Loma Linda University Orthotics and Prosthetics program. We're going to be going to Ethiopia for this mission service trip. I have an opportunity to go back to serve people. Well, I always wanted to go on a mission trip, and when I realized that I can go to Ethiopia, I was like, wow, how awesome would that be if I could go back to help out these Ethiopians that were possibly even hurt during this war with Eritrea.
Palpate this section.
What are we looking for?
This whole lateral plateaus.
All right. We might have more than.
It doesn't have to be wrapped tight. It's going to be wrapped. It's going to be a loose wrap.
Low tension.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Don't stretch it.
I am Michael Moor. I am the director of the Orthotic, Prosthetic Outreach and Service Learning Program at Loma Linda University. And we are going this year to Ethiopia.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that into position.
Our primary purpose of going, our first big project that we're going for is for aquacasting. This is a relatively new technique. We use a casting technique that gets an impression of their limb. One of the methods for doing this requires equipment that's up to $8,000 to $10,000. We're showing them that they don't need the $8,000 equipment, that they can do it themselves from materials that they can find within their country. For instance, we're making our tanks out of PVC pipe. There's PVC pipe in every country. They use it for drains, they use it for everything. Valves that you would have on your hose or whatever. So we're providing them with a technique that they can do, they can replicate, they can share it with other people in their country.
Support yourself on the bars and start lifting. There you go. Hey, look at that. It's working, you guys.
Hey, that's very nice.
I'm just balancing weights. My weight's all on.
Can you put my finger?
Your weight's all on here?
Yeah, all on.
Perfect.
That's good.
Perfect.
I got 3 psi pressure over here.
3 psis.
Yeah.
Yes.
That seems to be
Yes. Okay, go
The
ahead.
exciting thing about this is the involvement that the students have had with this whole process.
The patient said that it was the most comfortable socket that they had.
Really?
Even our control was the most comfortable they've ever had
Nice.
because it was done through this method.
Every one of the students has come who are planning to go to Ethiopia and are participating in it. Some of the other students who aren't are jealous because they wanted to learn this technique. This is a new technique, and they can see the benefit of it.
Yeah, this feels.
You feel like a strange sensation? Does it feel kind of like wearing a socket?
No, it's different because in a socket, pressure you're feeling is from a hard object being on the outside of your stump.
Mm-hmm.
Where this, it's water. It's firm, but
Now you're walking on water.
There are Adventist hospitals all over the world, not a single one that has an orthotic prosthetics program. We have graduates who are interested in going overseas, primarily because they have had opportunities like this to practice prosthetics, orthotics, and have been inspired to want to go and do that in the future. So our outreach program is not just mission trips or short-term trips, but to look at the big picture of how can we impact the greater world for orthotics and prosthetics, starting clinics at the various hospitals and also starting orthotic prosthetic schools at some of our other medical schools around the world.
Look at that. Very nice.
Okay, go ahead and flex a little.
That's what it looks like.
What do you think, Professor?
So what you think? I think it looks really nice.
There's a medial
flare. Look at that medial flare.
What is your feeling?
There are a lot of veterans from the war between Eritrea and Ethiopia. We're excited to be able to go there, especially at this point in the history of Ethiopia. Ethiopia and Eritrea have basically been in a state of war for the past 20 years. Besides that, there's been turmoil with different tribes, so there's been a lot of unrest in Ethiopia. In the last 3 months, a lot has changed. The new prime minister is making peace between people in the country as well as with the country of Eritrea. And that's exciting because the last place we're going in Mekele is in the northern part of Ethiopia, which is bordering with Eritrea. They speak the same language as Eritreans up there.
Man, this was so good.
If we can get this consistency every time, we're going to be golden.
We have a unique opportunity this year. Not only is the history changing in Ethiopia, but we happen to have a student of Eritrean descent who is going with us to Ethiopia. He had family members who were killed in the war with Ethiopia, yet he was wanting to come and be a part of the healing process for both Ethiopians and Eritreans that we'll be working with. He's excited about it. We're excited to be able to have him come along on the trip and to be able to be a translator and to be able to speak and relate with the people in their culture.
This mission trip is going to be so special. I can't really put it into words. I can't really describe it. I'm getting really anxious talking about it, just thinking about it. It's so special to me because it's going to be a time where the whole country is going to be welcoming Eritreans with open arms, and I'm going there and I'm going to provide a lot of help with my classmates. And as a fellow Eritrean, it's just a really exciting time to go to Ethiopia. I can provide help and provide an artificial limb and, help change their life.
Your contributions make a huge difference for this trip. You will enable us to be able to help the people of Ethiopia be able to be healed from this war.
Thank you for all your support and making this awesome mission trip to Ethiopia possible.
Your donation is tax deductible, so please give generously.
يقالنا بتعامي كل سالدي تزهمكمنا نزي mission trip to Ethiopia زكرنا عنه.